Hello, this is Susan. Welcome to week 5 in Writing 95. Um, this screencast is going to give you an overview of what you need to do this week and give you an idea of specific assignments. I'm in Moodle and I'm seeing week 5, putting convention skills to work. This week you'll be focusing on paper number 3, edit and final draft. The first thing you see in Moodle, it's listed as number 1, is the paper number 3 pre-write. That was from last week. I extended the deadline for Wednesday. So you may have already accomplished that, or maybe since I extended the deadline to Wednesday, you are doing that within the next couple days. I do want to remind you that this deadline is Wednesday. It isn't on Sunday, it's this Wednesday. So today is Monday, you just have a few days. So you need to make sure you have the pre-write turned in Connect. The second thing you need to do is the paper number 3 rough draft. This was listed for last week. I did extend the deadline until Wednesday of this week. So if you have not already submitted that, please make sure you understand you must do the rough draft by Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. So we have an earlier deadline this week. We have Wednesday for paper number 3 pre-write and rough draft, and those were started last week. Okay, once you do your pre-write, once you do your rough draft, you will go to peer edit. This will be a new type of assignment for you. It's in Connect, and let me show you what that is all about. Okay, I am now in Connect. I'm in the student view. If you look down your list, paper number 3, pre-write, rough draft, and then this week you have peer edit. The deadline is Sunday, 7/28 at 11 p.m. So let's take a look at what you will be doing. Read your assigned peers paper, number 3 rough draft, and fill in the information below. What you will do is copy and paste this into the text box. I will be sending you another student's rough draft. I will take the name off so you won't know the student. You guys will be anonymous. You won't know who the student is, but you will get a rough draft submitted from another student. You will take that rough draft and read it. I will give it to you as a document. I'll send it to you as a document. You'll read it, and then you will fill these questions out for your peers' paper. You will look at the thesis statement. Did they have a thesis statement? Did they define resiliency? And you will, just write in yes or no. Remember, your rough draft should have 3 resiliency strategies. You will look to see, did they have a first resiliency strategy? Was it identified clearly? And then was it developed with a specific example? So you will answer yes or no, and then indicate what the example was. Yes, and then tell what the strategy was, or no, wasn't listed, and then also indicate the example. Same thing for the second one, and then go to the third one. What was the strategy identified? Which specific examples were used? So you'll fill that in for these 3 items, and then you will look at your peers' conclusion. Did it summarize the main points? Yes or no? You will indicate that. Overall comments, you will have read the entire paper. List at least 2 strengths of this paper in terms of organization, detail development, sentence structure, punctuation, or general effort. By general effort, maybe you feel the person really went out of his or her way to give wonderful examples that really stood out. They really connected with that paper. So you will do that. I'm going to click OK, got it. You would paste that form here in the text box, and you would write about their paper. Then you would submit it. Then I would see it. So that's what the peer edit looks like. You need to have a paper from me, and then I will send you that paper, a fellow student paper, and I will say, okay, here's a rough draft to peer edit. You'll be submitting your comments to me, not to the student, to me. So that's peer edit. After you do peer edit, you will be doing your final draft in Connect. So this week, you have a final draft deadline of Sunday at 11:30 p.m. You will write the final draft of your paper number 3. So that would be the writing part of this week. But wait, you're not finished. You have some grammar work to do this week. I give you a practice exercise. You'll click on the link to connect, and you have a practice exercise on fixing fragments and run-ons. This skill takes practice. This is designed to just give you more opportunities to notice fragments and run-ons. So you'll be looking at that in Connect. Then you will go to, once you do this, you will go to taking a practice midterm. This practice midterm has questions. You get 20 points for doing it. And then the questions give you feedback on the practice midterm. So if you get something wrong, I will give you feedback about why that's correct or why that is incorrect. This is a learning opportunity. You just get a set 20 points. It isn't individually scored. But you do need to do that to take the practice. When you have taken the practice, you are ready to go to the real grammar midterm. That is in Connect. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, your practice, grammar practice, was all about recognizing and understanding sentence structure, simple, compound, and complex. So I run you through an exercise making sure you understand the difference. And then for the grammar midterm, you'll be writing simple, compound, and complex sentences. You can use the grammar chart handout I have posted on Moodle as a resource, and you'll be creating a simple sentence, a compound sentence using one type of glue, another compound sentence using another type of glue, a third compound sentence using a third type of glue, and then you'll move on to complex. You'll create a complex sentence using a subordinating conjunction and making the dependent clause first. Once again, I have posted a grammar chart that will really help you do this. You can refer to the chart as you compose these sentences. So you'll be doing simple, compound, and complex sentence construction directly in Connect, and you can use that chart. I actually have 2 charts, so let's take a look at the 2 charts. You have 2 things to assist you as you do this grammar midterm. I've posted them. You can use one or both. It's entirely up to you. So there's a grammar chart. You can use this for the midterm. So when I tell you to compose a compound sentence, this chart has all of the ways that you can compose a compound sentence. You could do comma fanboys, and it has a list of those. You could do it with semicolon, conjunctive adverb, comma, and it has a list of any of these you can use. Or you can create a complex, and in this column it shows you a list of subordinating conjunctions that you can use to create a complex. So let's look at this whole chart. Down at the bottom, it shows you that to create a compound sentence, you use these columns. And if you want to create a complex sentence, you use words from this column. Those words are called subordinates, and so you can use that. Let's say you look at that chart and still are unfamiliar or need more practice. When I tell you to do a compound or a complex, you might need more practice. What does that look like? How do I do it? So I think the sentence structure study sheet is, just another way of presenting the information. I've used kind of color-coded. It tells you what a simple sentence is. It gives you an example. It tells you what a compound sentence is. Here are your 3 ways to do it. Now, these 3 ways are also on that chart. So you can use a chart to help you, or you can use the study sheet. The information is the same. It's just presented in a different way. Sometimes students prefer one way over another. So there are the ways to create a compound sentence. You have three ways to do it. Or when it comes to complex, it explains what a complex sentence is. It tells you they can be formed in 2 different ways. The first way is using a subordinate. Here's an example. Here's a list of some subordinates, and for a full list, you could look on that menu on that chart. It has just about every subordinate. The second way to create a complex is this way, using a relative pronoun. Here are some examples. I think on your midterm, I mostly stick to complex using subordinate. I find that students really understand this structure, this method, the very best. If you've had Writing 80 grammar, you of course know all of this, and this is a review. If you tested into Writing 95, words, vocabulary such as subordinated conjunction, relative pronoun might be extremely new to you. You do know that the sentence types in general, because the AccuPlace are tested for that, but the specific terms you might be unfamiliar with. So I don't want to stress you out if you tested into 95. I really want you to understand the sentence types, simple, compound, and complex, and how to create them. And I give you this study sheet and the chart to help you do that. Maybe if you still need help in understanding simple, compound, and complex, maybe it works best for you to have someone talking and explain it. That is why last week I posted some review sites that you could go to. These are videos where someone else explains it. I think they do a really good job. So once again, maybe you got to these last week, maybe you didn't, maybe you're really focused on your pre-write and rough draft. If you look at the chart, if you look at the handout for this week and you're still feeling a bit unsure, I would really recommend, strongly recommend, that you go back to the previous week and click on these links. These are short videos as opposed to mine, which are always 15 minutes long. These are, I think they're around 5 minutes maximum each. So they're short, sweet, simple, clear videos created by